Hell of a thing. The hate runs so deep in this individual that he saw a pro-Palestinian march, protest, rally, whatever you want to call it. And he decides to try to run over people. Okay, here it is.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 buddy, back off, man, seriously. Man, back off, man, you just
From the river to the sea, that's what they said since 48.
And
so when are you gonna get reality, go back to Jordan?
Hey, guys.
Step back. It's an emotional situation.
It is a lot of it's not emotional.
These guys are terrorist organizations.
It is right. I got what he did, man.
Terrorist organizations.
Buddy,
you see what I did just there?
Yeah, that's against the law. That's against the law. So he just basically came up and tried to rum his car and get people, and I have it on video.
That's right. Regardless of your ideology, your position, your opinion, what just happened is against the law. Correct. You did get arrested. Put it up full mass. I'm going to give you the background to this extreme and violent act you just saw. So per Check News and photographer Donald Smith, the man was arrested after nearly hitting the pro-Palestine protester with his vehicle during a rally outside of the British Columbia legislature in Victoria. This happened on Sunday afternoon. The incident, which was captured on video, thankfully, happened about 2 p.m. This was at the Menzies Street entrance of the legislature grounds, according to Donald Smith. The video starts with a verbal altercation between the driver of a sedan and protesters. Then the driver appears to accelerate toward a person on the sidewalk holding a Palestinian flag. Quote, "It was a little scary," said Smith, who took the video. Later in the video, the driver gets out of his car, confronts another protester before protective services. They separate them. This got heated. He, the driver, lost his temper. Smith told Check News, "Everybody has a right to protest and democracy, but you don't have the right to use your car as a weapon," end quote. Let's put it up full mass. In an email to Check News, Victoria Police say one person was arrested Sunday in relation to the demonstration. And in photos posted by Smith, the same man who was behind the wheel was seen being put into handcuffs. We're trying to get more details about the aftermath. The Unite for Peace March for Palestine rally was scheduled from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the legislature, where organizers asked people to gather and call for a ceasefire, humanitarian ceasefire, protection of children, halt the genocide, accountability for war crimes, etc. Now, this is really simple, right? They are pro-humanity. Pro-humanity. That's it. They have a point of view just like everyone does. They're not calling for the execution of anybody. They're calling for a ceasefire for the sake of the innocent individuals who are being slaughtered. Now, it's one thing to say you stand with Israel. That's fine, stand with Israelis, because there are many Israelis who don't stand with the Israeli government. There are many Palestinians who will stand with members of the Jewish community, but they will not stand with the Israeli government. These things are nuanced and quite separate in the actual application of the matter. But even if you disagree with a pro-Palestinian protest, which is insane to me that you would disagree with it, but if you disagree with a pro-Palestinian rally, why would you try to kill them? Why would you try to harm them? Why would you want physical destruction to happen to them? I have to conclude that it's only because you do not believe they are human. You dehumanize them to such a degree that you feel emboldened, like it's your right to violate them in such a way. The reality is the Palestinian people They are a young culture. Look at the average age for those on Gaza Strip. 19.4 years of age is the average age. Roughly 40% are 14 years of age and under. Those are the ones who are being killed. They're not part of Hamas. They're not aligned with terrorism. They're trying to survive. They're waking up every day like you and I. They're trying to go to work, to pay their bills like you and I. And they're caught up in this whirlwind of war, killing, false narratives, and spin. All right. David, thoughts here?
Well, as somebody who lived in Israel for a year and has spent many times going back there and visiting, I'm not somebody who's necessarily sympathetic to all of the Palestinian protesters, but it is embarrassing to me that somebody who might claim to be somehow defending Israel, defending the Jewish people, would then think that it's okay for you to take somebody else's life in your hands and try to roll over them with your car. That sets the side that you claim to be on far back. And it does get to this issue that there are too many people, and I think on both sides, who don't see the other as human beings. If you want to have a disagreement, if you want to have an argument with somebody who's carrying a Palestinian flag or wearing a keffiyeh or whatever it is, that's fine. At least in the United States and in Canada, you have the right to go have that conversation. But the moment you get in somebody's face, the moment you try to threaten them with your fingers, your hands, the moment you try to roll over them with your car, that is beyond the pale, and that can never be supported. And at a certain point, if we're ever going to get out of this conflict, we all have to step back and say, okay, we can have our disagreements, we can have our arguments and debates, but let's do them as human beings and not as savages, because when you act as a savage, you fulfill the stereotype that the worst elements on the other side already have.
All right. We'll see what happens with any update on the sentence for the individual who was arrested.